SWAA is a non-profit organization that helps standards and develops education for the spa and wellness industry in Africa. And our mission is to be a voice for Africa, for all the countries, so that we can come together, unite, and make Africa a wellness and spa destination.
I feel that the short-term goals for SWAA should be creating a lot of awareness in between the industry, networking, and making sure that everybody understands what our mission is, what the vision is, and what we intend to achieve. We would like to create a non-threatening environment to add the value as the members to feel home, welcome, inspired, and an organization where they can turn for any advice or any challenges that they might be facing. We would like to make sure that the industry acknowledge us for the right reason, and the reason is to add the value to their establishment and to create as much value for the country as such. SWAA has already taken an action very vigorously to approach the necessary bodies, government bodies in Kenya on behalf of African continent to recognize and give us accreditation on whatever we do, education, standards, implementation of all the terms and conditions for the spas to become a fully accredited spas. Particularly, we are looking at keeping up the high standards that we can compete with any European or any other countries in the world to gain the know-how of education and obviously accreditation of the standards, policies and procedures in Africa to be put on place, and we are working hard on that, and I feel that if you set yourself a goal, you will achieve it.
As a player in the spa industry, for us it's obviously important to be able to associate ourselves and help in whatever way we can to boost the industry. So as they approached us to be the host, it was just a given that we would want to participate in whatever possible way.
I would encourage other African countries wanting to hold a SWAA Network event. What I would advise them would be open with your products, be open with what you're doing, share, educate us on what you're doing in your country. As a continent in Africa, we are so rich in many different things, in our natural resources and stuff. And you know, there's so much that we can, again, collectively, so coming from Kenya, let's say Ghana, all over Africa, if we pull together, we can, you know, create an amazing product. So in terms of holding an actual event, maybe, you know, start networking in your country beforehand, get people sort of interested in what SWAA is, what we're trying to achieve. In this industry as well, we find that there's a lot of competitiveness sometimes, and some people don't want to maybe share ideas because they're worried that you're going to take their ideas. But you know, we can't afford to do that if we want to grow and be the best in the world. So yes, just to be open, share your ideas, and we'll go places.
The future of this, for me, is it's so vitally important to get the knowledge out, mainly to the hoteliers and the owners and the directors of all these wonderful hotels, that we are not just a necessity to bring up your rating, we're a very valuable revenue centre. And today's hard-working tourists and travellers who've worked very hard, they've earned their holidays, they want spa services, and they're not just going to settle for a casual rub on the side of the beach. They want quality and professionalism, and That's the direction I see the spa industry going, thanks to the Spa and Wellness Association of Africa.
Yeah, that is still a challenge in regards to the continent itself. So we're taking it country by country, and we're working closely with ARSO, which is the African Standardization Organization. And under their membership, we have 34 members. So we're going to start by including these members under our umbrella and making sure that we create standards and SOPs that these countries can roll out and also implement in their tourism sector.
The SWAA have done us proud. You know, they've laid on such a wonderful facility and what they're offering, and they recognise the importance of this industry. The spa and wellness industry, tourism, is growing 50% faster than normal tourism, and it's a $1 billion industry, and people recognise that and get on board with it. And SWAA have been, you know, they have the ability to recognise new trends and get on board with it, and they've given us a great platform and wonderful facilities and looked after us really, really well.
I think one of the things that I found very important for this event, once we hosted as the first people, I realized there was a lot of questions going out. What is the next step? Where are we headed? What does this represent for the spa? And I think for us, for SPA, it will be the platform where all the spas will come together and be able to have one voice, the same way the hoteliers have had one voice. This is going to be an equivalent or a sister association that actually has a representation. If you notice today that SPA, as somebody said earlier on, is one of the upcoming businesses. When I look at my business and where I run the business, I find that we actually net quite a good amount, and we're talking in terms of 50 million per year. So that is really good in terms of the business. So for me, anybody who's in the spa business, anybody who wants to be heard, this is the space. And we are inviting everyone. It doesn't matter who it is, anybody who feel that they want to be out here and make a change, it's a beginning. So this, as a second event, is something really wonderful to see it happening. And it's also important in the sense that it brings standards. What that means is we are now speaking from one voice and everybody is being looked after. The therapists, the business itself. I think that's going to be very important for us. And we're going to bring standardization, we're going to have the professionalism, and people will get to appreciate the spa as well.
Much more than anything, we gain a bit, actually more of PR. We are positioned strategically in a better position today after this event by the virtue of showcasing our spa and being the spa that is hosting this particular event. From the trainings we had today, they were very formative. We've learned many things about how to rebrand our spa in a better way to make it abreast with the current trends. We've also learned many things about how you retain your employees and the strategies to use in this, how education is very important in the spa industry, which are very important aspects, so that we leverage ourselves with international spas.
One of the things that I think today I'll take away from this meeting is the social media, and also having a page for spa only. I think it's important, although you work under the umbrella of the hotels, that the spa indeed should have its own media, its own space, where you talk to your clients in a different way, because the clients you're catering for are not really looking in terms of the whole hotel. They probably have a niche and they want you to ask them, they want to have those conversations where they feel at least you understand my problems, at least I can ask a question, because a lot of the work we do in the spa, it's medical associated, but slightly different from the doctors. So somebody might have a question and they will not have that space within the bigger picture of the hotel. So I think for me, what I take away from this is social media. It's a young thing, it's something we all have to get into. And I think if we go social, everybody will begin to know about the spa. This is going to be a good discovery for everyone.
I feel that the experience that we had, it was absolutely magnificent. We had fantastic feedback from all the delegates, from all the people which have attended that networking conference. We had fantastic speakers, and the feedback of the clients and the participants was absolutely amazing. I feel that there is the right energy and we are in the right space at the right time to actually start awareness on a much higher level. And the next time when we have the next network event, it will be even on a much higher level than today. Even that I feel that we've achieved our goals, what we've set, and we've been working quite hard towards our goals, what we want to achieve. And my opinion is that we will achieve them, and we will make sure that everybody in the industry, whoever is a professional, will know about our organization and will appreciate what we do as we appreciate our members.
It was a really, really amazing learning session. There was a lot of new learnings, a lot of outcomes from our sessions this morning. As a player in the industry as well, you know, we with the networking, you start seeing what other people are doing, what trends are there, and how we can better ourselves as a product. Because as a player, you always want to see how you can get yourself to the next level, and understanding where the market is going and the trends is important for that. So it was a very good session, I believe.
We feel that we can still launch 2 or 3 countries on African continent. We are planning to have a next network event in 2 months' time, perhaps Zanzibar or Kenya or Accra, or we are obviously discussing and letting people to vote and decide where we want to obviously have our networks. We as a SWAA board members don't want to make that decision. We are giving it out to receive the feedback from our members.
Well, regarding today's experience, it's been just so lovely, you know, seeing everyone here, faces from last year as well, and also the new faces. And it's just amazing to see how spa owners and spa managers and directors come together and are sharing information, which is what SWAA Network is all about. And I think it's important that for the future, you all come and attend this if you are a spa owner or director out there. It's really a special event, and you get really intimate with your colleagues, and it sort of gives you that energy to continue through the year. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next city.
SWAA memberships are directed at spa owners, hoteliers, therapists, anyone really in the health and wellness industry who wants to network, keep ahead of the game, keep up with the changes and the evolvement of the spa industry in Africa, which is incidentally a big growing industry. Everyone thinks Africa's safari, but actually the spa side of things is growing rapidly, and to keep up with it, it's a good idea to become a SWAA member. You keep up with the changes, what's happening. You get an accreditation, which is very important. They're very specific, our board members. You have to have a certain level of training in your spas. You have to have a certain standard in your treatment rooms. You need good quality professional products. And all of this leads to very high-end, top of the service, top of the industry spas.
We've got a really, really good feeling for this. It's buzzing. The feedback from the high-end brands like Clarins and Elemis, they're curious, they're very complimentary about the actual magazine, the quality, the writing, the articles, what's happening in Africa, how it's growing, how the middle class, the rising middle classes, it's the fastest growing economy in the world. People are recognising that, and they all want to visit Africa and experience the beauty of the continent And then if they can have the spa and wellness that they're used to in the rest of the world, and it's all about educating them and letting them know what's here. So we expect great things.
So the SWAA magazine launched because our readers wanted to know about what's going on the African continent, but they also wanted some international information as well. And we decided to launch the SWAA magazine to give that information. So we will feature hotels, resorts, very well-known spas. We will also feature developing spas, and we will feature African upcoming therapies that we're looking at helping and to support the branding of African therapies. What is an African traditional therapy or holistic treatment? We will also be looking at featuring African-made products manufactured in Africa or by an African. So there are lots of exciting things also in regards to education. So we hope to create an education platform that can support therapists and can accredit them in the future. So interested readers can help SWAA by either joining, the memberships of SWAA, the annual membership, or subscribing to the magazine. We also have lots of programs such as the SWAA Network, which we're here today experiencing, and that is a great opportunity. If you are in any of the countries that we're coming to, please give us a call, let us know whether you'd like to sponsor that event. We also have our annual conference coming up in Mauritius in September, from the 2nd to the 4th of September this year, and we will be presenting our findings in regards to the African healing treatments and also quality control, which we're working very closely with ARSO, with the African Standardization Organization based here in Kenya.
I think spa tourism and wellness tourism is really booming right now. It's a growing industry, it's a growing market, and it's something that as Saruva Hotels we really take seriously. We've grown in terms of our offering, in terms of the treatments that we offer in all our properties. So for the marketing department, it's a key focus to make sure that our spas are known, our spas are top of mind, and we are getting the traffic into our facilities.
Spas or massage or beauty therapies are not just basically like a massage application of oil and rubbing onto somebody's skin. It is very technical. Something like a massage has health benefits, which is psychological, physiological. They have all sorts of benefits apart from that. And one important thing that we need to know, that this is a profession like any other profession. The therapists are well trained. They are people who hold diploma certificates, minimum requirement to enter as a spa therapist. They are well trained in anatomy and physiology of the human body, so it's very technical. And besides that, at Tulia Spa, we offer more of medicated massages than just relaxing. We do the Indian Ayurvedic massages, which are more of medicated in terms like if you walk into Tulia today and you say you had arthritis, you have arthritis and joint pains, we will put you through a program whereby we'll have a 7-day package to 21-day package and work on you every day using specialized medicated oils, which will ease this. By the time you leave, you will be relieved. It is an alternative therapy, so you don't have to go to hospital and keep on taking drugs every day, and that doesn't work. It's alternative therapy. We do not treat. We don't say we cure, but we give alternative therapies.
If you see, as a frenetic phase of today's lifestyle takes its toll on body and mind, we all see that sometimes we are all stressed. And what we think when we are stressed, oh, let's go to the spa, let's go to the relaxation center, let's get some massage done, let's use some treatments, So we do that. And if you look at all the hotels, spa has been exceptionally an incremental revenue center. And in our hotel, it contributes to almost 3%, which is huge. So Grace, congratulations to you and your team for doing a great job. Keep up the good work. And you know, I'm very proud of you and your team, and you know that, okay? Recently, there have been talks along the conference tourism as part of the recovery agenda. How do we, as a spa community, align ourselves with this offering? I think we need to talk more. We need to make our presence felt. How do we do that? We need to host more of this, what we are doing today, what we have done in the morning. Excellent. It gives knowledge to people. It's good to see what is out there in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you to ponder over those questions and figure out how you will make a difference in Kenya's recovery phase and the impact our spa outlets can have to drive this agenda. Let's innovate, assert ourselves going forward. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening, and it's good to see you all. Thank you. Thank you.